Chapter 3 First Flight. Amidst the blue skies, the heroines begin their mission. Yet one of them is reluctant to fight. Is it fear and uncertainty? Can she overcome her doubts? To protect others is what her heart desires. October 14th, 2018. Oh, 8:30, 100 hours. Cloudstown. Mirage Squadron's base. It took Firefly a couple of days to get to know each of her new friends. She instantly took a liking towards Lightning Bolt, seeing her as a really smart pony with a knack for tech, just as she claimed. Cloudkicker proved to be a joyful Pegasus who lifted up the morale of others with a simple smile and never left Lightning Bolt's side. Do it. I know, Cloudkicker. All these hot mares and you can't do a dang thing. I'm really starting to hate you. However, Firefly was still not sure about Fluttershy being part of the team. She thought of her as too kind to be a fighter. Now Pegasus was still speaking with Rainbow Dash about it. Rainbow, I think Firefly doesn't enjoy my company. Do you think she... Before she could finish, Rainbow Dash turned to her. Don't let her get to you. She needs to get to know you better. Firefly may say whatever she wants, but our team could not be complete without you, Fluttershy. I'm sure Lightning and Cloud would agree with me. Fluttershy was still uncertain. But she's our leader, Rainbow. If she says I'm not fitting with the team, then maybe I should leave. You don't leave. As long as I have to say in the matter, Fluttershy, Rainbow said. She may be our leader, but every pony in the team is equal. Our opinions matter. You should stop worrying so much. Before Fluttershy could respond, Firefly's voice could be heard echoing from the distance. Hey, you! What are you doing here? You don't have permission to enter our base. Leave now or face the consequences. The two Pegasus looked at each other. Do you think we're under attack, Rainbow? Yeah, somehow I don't think so. Still, we should check it out. The two flew outside to see Firefly yelling toward a big purple balloon that started approaching their base. What's all with the fuss, Firefly? Rainbow asked. Don't you see? We have an intruder. It doesn't seem to be responding to my calls. Rainbow took a closer look at the balloon. She's seen it before and so did Fluttershy, who said, I don't think that's an enemy, Firefly. Rainbow and I know who might be in that balloon. Firefly turned to Fluttershy. So tell me, who could be in here at this time? Instead of responding, Yellow Pegasus flew towards the balloon with a smile. Once he got close, he said, Rarity, what brings you here? The head of a white unicorn with a purple mane appeared in a basket. I bought something for everybody here, but I can't land. That pink Pegasus, Firefly was it, says I don't have permission. I'll take care of this issue, Firefly assured her. She went back to Rainbow and Firefly to tell him about the visitor. Instantly, Firefly still looked suspiciously at the balloon. After a while, she agreed to let it land. When Rarity got out of it, she easily stood on the clouds, surprising every pony. Except for Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash, who'd seen it before. It's tried its magic. She casted a cloud walk spell on me, so I could come and give you hints, Rarity explained. She then used her magic to bring up a small chest for the balloon basket, and opened it before the 5 Pegasi. They looked at the content in awe. Inside, there were 5 vests, each colored differently, but all of them bearing a symbol of a sun and moon fused together on an orange and dark and starry background. Whoa! These look great! Ladybug exclaimed. Are these for us, Rarity? Yes, indeed, darling. I thought that since you're all on the team, maybe you could use these vests that I've been making for the past few days. Each of them is colored for your convenience. The pink one would be Firefly. The blue one belongs to Rainbow Dash. The white one is for you, Lightning Bolt. The violet one goes to Cloudkicker. The yellow one would be Fluttershy. Go ahead, try them on. As Rarity helped the Pegasi put on their vests, they looked down with excitement. Cloudkicker noticed they all had the same symbol on them and asked the unicorn what it means. This symbol, you see, is the flag of Princess Celestia and Nilla decided to make it look like that, because they said they will guide our way, Rarity told the team. Every pony reflected quietly upon that. But Firefly merely approached Rarity and gave the white unicorn a friendly grin. Sorry for the earlier misunderstanding. That's very generous of you, making those vests for us. Thanks. Rarity smiled. Well, so am I to the end of generosity after all. Firefly widened her eyes and questioned. Element of what? Clocker could get close to her. Come on. Don't tell us you haven't heard about the elements of harmony. Even me and Lightning Bolt know that old legend. Then maybe you could fill me up on it. When the Pink Pegasus suggested it, despite naturally knowing that legend, like everybody in Equestria, suddenly the alarm siren went off. Firefly quickly flew around the main room. It was the Pegasi called Mystic Control. It contained several devices that allowed to determine the location of upcoming enemies and receive messages from other ponies. Firefly stood there for a while, apparently reading out data, then turned to the others. Well, you could do that while we're on our way. Gale just sent a message. It says that some griffins are moving in towards Huffington. Do we know what they're up to? Firefly, Lightning Bolt asked. He's still working on it. But whatever it is, it can't be good. Everybody, assemble on the main one-ray. It's time for our first flight. They'll follow Firefly. The Fireside was still reluctant to go. Verity saw that. Darling, he said, honey, you don't want to be left behind, do you? No, Fireside responded quietly. But something inside me, I don't know, I just think it's not right. This war shouldn't happen in the first place. Verity approached Fireside, gave her a friendly smile. What you do to protect Equestria. Don't forget that, Fluttershy. The safety of many creatures depends on it. I know you have it in you. You'll never let anyone harm your friends, right? Fireside just shook her head but didn't say a word. She appeared confused. Just go. You'll be fine. Believe in yourself and the others. Rarity advised Fireside. Yellow Pegasus soon followed the rest of the team. Rarity did too. As she got back in the balloon, about to return to Ponyville, not before seeing Firefly in the air take off. Alright, team, let's do some standard starter procedures before we go. Firefly announced to her wingmates. She then gave each of them a small device and a microphone, and an ocular displayed various indicators, including speed and altitude. A communicator. Will you report something through it? Saying this, Pink Pegasus pointed her hoof at the device down her left ear, which the airplanes also put on. Be sure to state your call sign. We should be doing this to avoid confusion, okay? Alright then, the airplanes agreed to prepare for takeoff. Alright, testing! Firefly turned her communicator on. This is Flash speaking. Everybody ready? The rest of the team started responding. Rainbow here. Everything A-okay. This is Thunder. Ready to fly. Sunny reporting. Ready to loud and clear. Butterfly here. I'm okay. Good. That's the way you do it, team. Firefly praised her wingmates. Okay, Mirage Squadron, to the skies! Saying this, all 5 Pegasi started running, and within a few seconds spread their wings and took flight. Rainbow flew by Firefly's side in the center, Lightning Bolt and Cloud Kicker by the sides. Fluttershy remained in back. Rarity watched them as they took off and began heading in the direction of Huffington. It was quite far, and nothing about the Griffin's movements was certain, but the White Unicorn remained optimistic. Before making the balloon descent back to Ponyville, Mirage Squadron soon vanished from her sight. 10:40 hours. Equestrian Aerospace, en route to Huffington. As the Pegasi were making their way towards the farthest of the pony towns to the east, Firefly spoke to her friends. So, can you fill me up about those elements of harmony? Sure I can, but I'm surprised you haven't heard of them, Firefly, said Rainbow Dash. Give me a break. I haven't been in Equestria for 5 years. Did something really major happen while I was away? It sure did. Long story short, Fluttershy and I were part of a team that defeated the ancient Mary the Moon, Nightmare Moon. We were chosen due to our spirits represents the elements of honesty and ultimate harmony. I'm the spirit of loyalty, while Fluttershy is the spirit of kindness. Rarity, you seen earlier, is the spirit of generosity. There's also Applejack, Pinkie Pie, and Twilight Sparkle. They represent honesty, laughter, and magic. All 6 of us use the power of the elements to burst Nightmare Moon in the state of Equestria from eternal night. When later Discord broke free with Stone Prison, we had a lot of problems with him, but eventually managed to turn back to Granite. If it weren't for Twilight, though, we could not have made it. A brief silence ensued. Only the howling wind could be heard for a few seconds. The Pink Pegasus tried to collect her thoughts. Did Rainbow just said that she and her friends defeated both Nightmare Moon and Discord, the god of chaos? Firefly finally said, Yeah, I find that hard to believe, though. Lightning Bolt moved closer to her. Thought you'd say something like that. Cloud Kicker and I heard about the legend. Didn't really believe it. That is, until the day we saw Princess Luna side Princess Celestia in Ponyville. After we witnessed Nightmare Moon coming back, we came to the conclusion that Luna was possessed by some kind of evil power. We don't know how it worked exactly, but what Rainbow Dash says is true, the White Pegasus asserted. Silence fell again for a moment. Firefly remembered the stained glass windows she saw in the castle. They were indeed showing Rainbow and her friends. She then remarked, well, truth or not, I'm sure both Rainbow and Fluttershy have talents that'll help us in this war. I'm counting on all of you, though. Remember, we're a team and we need to work together. Roger that! Other ponies responded. Within the next 30 minutes, they were finally approaching Hoofington's airspace. It was seen that the Griffins hadn't shown up yet. The Pegasi took a look below them and saw the town, prospering with life as usual. You know, all this piloting, all this war stuff is making me really want to do that full-on Lakara Gundam fic I've been eyeing. Maybe after that Discord short story. They appear to know nothing about the oncoming attack. Maybe we should leave it like this, Cloud Carrick suggested. Definitely a good idea, Firefly agreed. Let's see. We might be able to ambush the Griffins easily. We'll wait for them in the clouds. Thunder, Sunny, you take the left side. Rainbow, Butterfly, the right side is yours. What will you do, Flash? Firefly asked. Well, somebody's gotta take the middle, Firefly responded. The Pegasus pony started to hide in the clouds and wait for the oncoming enemies. Lightning Bolt had a small detector in her that allowed her to know the exact numbers of attackers and destination. She took a moment to analyze it. 5 Pokies on Defector 205, closing in. Altitude 7,000 feet and decreasing. They're coming! She reported. Stay your positions, every pony. We'll wait for them, then attack. I was passing by. Fluttershy approached Rainbow Dash and whispered to her. Now's not the time, Fluttershy, Pegasus answered. I know, but I need to tell you something. I'm a little scared and uncertain. I don't think we should be doing this. Isn't there a peaceful way to solve this conflict? I mean... Rainbow turned her side to Fluttershy. Look, I know what you're trying to say, Fluttershy, but this is reality. We're at war with the Griffins, and you don't seem to want any negotiations. She saw that Fluttershy was still unsure. She leaned in closer to her. Just stay close to me and nothing will happen to you, okay? Here they come. Firefly's voice sounded in the communicators. Keep ready! And so by lightning bolt, the Griffins came up. They weren't the Talon Squadron that Firefly and Rainbow Dash fought a few days back. They too were ones wearing vests with numbers on them, meaning they could be a different team of aces. The vests were colored blue and had numbers 7 to 12. One of them, bearing number 10, stopped, and the rest did the same. I think we just arrived at Hoofington airspace. You know what to do. His voice sounded harsh. But, sir, the Griffin with number 8 asked, is that really necessary? We don't question orders from our superiors' acts. I don't like the idea of kidnapping villains and using them as hostages either. I mean, that's not the warrior's way. But an order is an order, and we must execute it. I'm going to dock a point for this fic. Somebody forgot to press the enter button a couple of times. Firefly and her team was shocked when they overheard they were resolved to kidnap little ponies and use them as hostages. This angered Rainbow Dash greatly. About to attack, but Firefly motioned her to stay put and wait for the occasion. In any case, Griffin from number 10 continued, we should check the area before we begin. His eyes glanced towards the clouds. Our intelligence believes a group of Pegasus ponies may be on their way to intercept us. But there isn't anyone here, the Griffin from 12 argued. We should stop wasting our time and get to work. The sooner we start, the sooner we can return to base. Her leader turned to his comrade. Something wrong, Craneback? Don't tell me you're scared of those Pegasi. Don't be ridiculous, Circus. But you, of all Griffins, know how reliable our intelligence can be. Need I remind you what happened to Talon Squadron? Circus pointed out. We should scout the area and begin our mission. Make sure the enemy doesn't ambush us. That won't be necessary, fellas. You already fell for our trap. Firefly's exclaim was a signal from a Mirage Squadron to reveal itself from the clouds. The Griffins were completely taken by surprise. You heard everything. There's no way in hell will let you let your playing kidnapping fillies work. Rainbow Dash yelled. Circus turned to her. It's not like we enjoy that order. but it's our duty. We're not let you whipping ponies stop us. Northward Squadron, assume battle formation, he ordered to his wingmen. In a matter of moments, he formed a characteristic VC formation prepared for attack. Firefly signaled for the air ponies to form a similar pattern. Cloud Kicker took on Griffin's 7 with his vest and axe. They fought with equal strength, but strength and raw power, the Griffins could not compare to Lightning Bolt's swiftness. So he appeared rushed toward our foes, with Cloud Kicker attacking from the other side, confusing our opponents. Within a few moments, both feathered warriors seemed to be worn out. Lightning figured that now would be the best time to try her new attack, her new trick. She did nod towards Cloud. The purple flyer returned to nod. Lightning Bolt started moving at high speed towards the Griffins, zigzagging and rapid around behind an axe and 8, confusing them more. What they didn't know was Lightning Bolt ramming both of them with intense force, so he was aided by Cloud in the attack. Both soldiers took heavy damage and decided to retreat. The two Pegasi clasped their hose as a high five.
That was awesome, Lightning Bolt, Cloud Kicker exclaimed. Was that move you've been practicing lately?
Cloud Kicker, did you just...
Yep. Uh-huh. I think I'll call it Shining Spark.
The White Pegasus answered.
Sounds cool. Now, let's go help the others. I'll go help Fluttershy while you aid Firefly.
Roger that! The two Pegasi split. Fluttershy clearly didn't want to fight against the Griffin who had number 11 on his chest, so he reduced herself to avoiding all of his attacks, but never tried to counter, even at the best possible moments, and let the Griffin himself ponder about her actions. When he asks her why she refuses to fight, Fluttershy didn't respond. She noticed Cloud Kicker coming closer, heard her voice in the communicator.
Hey, Butterfly, looks like you can use some help. Listen, I've got a plan. Try to confuse him by flying around, then quickly dive down. I'll attack him from the top and send it to you. Then you'll knock him out. Got it?
Cloud Kicker explained it rather quickly. Fluttershy muttered a single okay, because she didn't want to disappoint her friend. She began to fly around the Griffin, hoping to try a claw at her, but the yellow Pegasus remained swift enough to avoid the blows. After a moment, once he saw Cloud Fluttershy suddenly flew down, confusing her opponent. Cloud Kicker literally crashed into his head, hitting him with her hind legs and sending him down. But as he was approaching Fluttershy, she hesitated. She couldn't bring herself to harm him. She moved out of the way, allowing him to recover. Fluttershy feared he would retaliate now, but instead the Griffin decided to flee, seeing that he was at a disadvantage. Cloud Kicker flew closer to Fluttershy and looked concerned.
Hey, what happened? I thought you were gonna finish him.
Fluttershy's voice was shaking when she answered.
I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, Cloud Kicker.
She patted the yellow Pegasus on the back.
It's okay. I'm not mad. At least we made him retreat. And look, seems we managed to win.
She pointed to Firefly, dealing a heavy blow to Zerkos. He staggered backwards.
We'll fight again.
Retreat back to Griffiths, everyone! With slight relief on their faces, the Griffiths left the airspace. The ponies were cheering, but Fluttershy wasn't happy. Firefly asked Cloud Kickers for details. She decided to tell her everything in base. 1500 hours. Cloudsdale. Mirage Squadron base. Pegasus ponies were analyzing their battle assessment after they came back to Cloudsdale. Firefly walked back and forth, reading out the details, with other ponies listening carefully. After a few minutes, she stopped to turn to them.
I must say, you girls have potential.
In the end, no pony at Hoofington felt trouble about our presence, and they seemingly didn't notice anything. In other words, we managed to stall the invasion for a while. Good job. The team responded with a simple salute. However, Firefly wasn't advanced yet. But the fact that Griffins tried to kidnap Phillies as hostages is quite disturbing. We should inform the princesses and leaders of other squadrons. Thunder, Sunny, she pointed at Lightning Bolt and Cloud Kicker. Can I count on you two on that matter? The two Pegasi saluted, and soon, Cloud headed for Carolyn to speak with the Royal Sisters, while Lightning went to Mission Control to send a message to the other leaders, leaving Firefly, Rainbow Dash, and Fluttershy in the briefing room. The Pegasus squinted her eyes. Now let me ask you, Fluttershy. Why did you refuse to fight your enemy? Fluttershy was downright scared. She feared Firefly would now ultimately reject her as part of the team, but still believed that the Griffins were evil.
I just couldn't. It's not right. We shouldn't be fighting against them. This war shouldn't be happening at all. This must be some kind of
Before Fluttershy could finish, Firefly approached her and looked at her angrily, before slapping her in the cheek, almost making her fall to the floor.
Wake up, you moron. Did you hear what they said? They plan to kidnap little fillies. Those kind of actions outright prove how evil they are, and yet you still think they're not?
Fluttershy was trembling in her hose. Rainbow decided to stand up to her again.
Firefly, they said they didn't enjoy that order either. Whoever came up with it probably has some grudge against the ponies. But I don't think it's fair to make all Griffins look like that one.
Firefly turned to Rainbow now. Don't tell me what's fair. Are you saying there's no right in this war? No, there is. We fight to protect our land from the invaders. If either of you don't approve of my methods or the way I'm thinking, you're free to leave our team. I'm sure there will be other Pegasi willing to take your place. This outburst of anger left Rainbow Dash concerned about Firefly. But she couldn't come up with a response. Instead, she heard Fluttershy sobbing. Lifted her head, her green eyes were full of tears.
I knew I don't belong here. Sorry to have failed you. Goodbye.
Fluttershy flew away from the base before Rainbow Dash could stop her. The blue Pegasus glared at Firefly.
Where you go, Firefly? I warned you. She doesn't take war nicely, but you just had to screw it up.
Hey, I never forced anyone to stay. The pink Pegasus defended herself. She wants to leave, it's her decision.
That's where you're wrong, leader. You made her leave. You said we brushed her aside. Just because she refused to hurt the Griffith. So what? We still managed to win.
Firefly glared at Rainbow too. You want to follow her? Go ahead.
No, you'll be the one to go after her, Firefly. Tell her you're sorry and make her come back.
And why should you do that? Rainbow was really frustrated, but tried to reason.
Firefly, Fluttershy has real talent. Maybe not exactly for fighting, but we'll be needing her if we're going to be saving Equestria. Believe me, she will not turn her back on any point you need. You just need to accept the fact she doesn't like violence that much. I made wrong judgments about Fluttershy in the past. So I can see what she can really
The
do.
pink Pegasus saw the concern in Rainbow's eyes. She backed away, ears flopped down, indicating she felt regret once she'd done. You know, maybe you're right, Rainbow. Maybe I was too harsh. Fine, I'll bring her back. I'm sorry for that outburst. But trust me, I have a good reason to act towards Griffiths like this.
Maybe you'll find out one day.
Rainbow remarked.
She's probably went to her cottage. It's on the edge of Everfree Forest.
Moments later, Firefly went after Fluttershy. Still feeling bad, she shouted at her like this. 2200 hours. Fluttershy's college. Fluttershy slowly descended into her home. That's the only downside of having two characters with two F's in their names and very, very, very close to rhyming. It's easy to slip up. Her mind was full of doubts, as he had the urge to come back, though it would only make Firefly even angrier. As she approached the door of her cottage, suddenly heard voices, male voices. One of them was clearly disappointed.
Bah, not here either. What is that element of harmony?
Fluttershy jumped. Someone was looking for her element of harmony. She didn't know for what reason, but she knew she would never find it in her cottage. The elements were hidden in Caroline Castle, protected by Princess Celestia's powerful magic that only she could remove. Yellow Pegasus was anxious, but continued to eavesdrop on the conversation.
Those Griffins from intelligence should be fired. The information is so unreliable. Quit your whining. Just keep looking.
Your voice was calmer.
But at least you took care of those annoying animals. I don't get what ponies see in them. They only get in the way.
At this moment, Fluttershy couldn't bear it any longer. She burst through the door, almost immediately frozen in terror. Inside her cottage were two griffins, apparently trashed the place while looking for her element of harmony. She saw several unconscious animals lying on the floor. Among them was her pet bunny, Angel.
Me? Yay. Angel is hurt. Hooray.
Something broke inside the Pegasus' soul. Her delicate heart was pounding. She glared at the Griffins, who appeared to be amused by her sudden entrance.
Hey, I think that's the pony who lives here.
No, really. The other Griffin remarked sarcastically.
Hey, you, he yelled to Fluttershy. We know you're hiding the element of harmony here. We sent it here to give it to our superiors. Are you going to tell us where it is, or should we do this the hard way?
Well, Fluttershy wasn't listening. Her eyes started filling up with tears again. This time, they weren't tears of sadness. They were tears of anger. She couldn't stand seeing her animal friends treated like this. The face of a normally quiet pony suddenly turned furious.
How dare you? How dare you? You You barbarians! What have you done to my friends?
The griffins were caught off guard by Fluttershy's yell. As he started approaching them, staring deeply into their eyes. They both started feeling more and more uncertain the closer the yellow Pegasus came to them. When he was literally touching their feathers on their chests, he said out loud,
Leave this place at once. Leave and never come back.
I'm suddenly looking at almost every other fanfic we've been doing for so long. So many fanfics are utterly shot, guys. They realize Fluttershy actually has a spine and that they don't always have to characterize her into one category. Even my riffers are shocked by this. Yes, you can make Fluttershy look cool. She isn't a freaking doll! Griffiths panicked, seeing a normally timid pony being this angry. They quickly turned around and fled. In a few moments, her anger boiled down and Fluttershy went to help the animals. Firefly was just on her way to Fluttershy's cottage when she noticed two griffins flying from below. She prepared herself for a seemingly unfoilable fight, but he passed by, ignoring her presence. She heard him talking, though. Man, the biggest bunny tricked me out. You tell me, those eyes. Firefly was dumbfounded. The process of sentences as proof that griffins were in Fluttershy's house. She increased speed and soon landed. Fluttershy, you okay? The pink Pegasus shouted. She came inside and saw the yellow Pegasus tending to the herd animals.
What are you doing here, Firefly?
Fluttershy's voice was sinking again. It was understandable, due to the emotions she experienced in the past few minutes. Firefly came closer. She spoke slowly. I'm sorry I gave you such a verbal beatdown. Since I had bad experiences with griffins from the past. I feel like telling anybody about the details now, but I will in time. I'm really sorry, Fluttershy. The big Pegasus lowered her head in shame. Fluttershy didn't say anything. For a while, she simply glanced at the visible, sad figure and determination seemingly withered away. Fluttershy suddenly realized something. This Pegasus before her must have received some harsh treatment in her life. She felt sympathy. The yellow Pegasus approached Fluttershy and nuzzled her face, thinking she would be slapped to retaliation. Firefly looked at her sight. But to her surprise, the timid Pegasus gave her a hug. Fluttershy then said with a gentle voice,
I don't blame you, Firefly. Partially my fault too, but I'll make amends. I promise you. I'll do my best to protect Equestria from the invasion. Maybe eventually we'll find a solution to this problem.
Firefly felt comforted by Fluttershy's words. Hearing her heart pounding, she smiled and returned the hug. She did remember about those two griffins that went past her. Say, those two feathered chumps. I saw them leaving in a hurry. What happened?
They were looking for my element of harmony, but they would never find it here anyway. They hurt my friends doing so and it made me angry. So I used a stare and they just left.
Firefly couldn't help but laugh. It wasn't a mocking laugh, or one filled with praise. She finally understood what Rainbow Dash meant by the elements of harmony. There was no doubt in her mind that Fluttershy was a spirit of kindness in the flesh.
Boop! Trixie, what was that? That was a reality check. He just fainted from Fluttershy being awesome.
Ooh, I know. It's just shocking when you let these characters actually use their abilities that are actually in the show, right?
Trixie knows. It's so unusual.
One thing you're right, Butterfly. There's a way to end the war. We'll do it together, as Mirage Squadron.
Does this mean I can come back?
Fluttershy asked. Firefly pointed the vest Pegasus at her the whole time. But you never left. As long as you have this vest, you're part of our team. I'm glad you didn't take off. Let's go back. Fluttershy quickly checked on her animal friends. Firefly decided to offer assistance to the gray-eyed mare. She gladly accepted. Within about 2 hours, everything was nice and tidy again. Satisfied, Firefly once again told Fluttershy to follow her back. Young Pegasus asked what's over her friends. He responded positively. The two Pegasus flew back to Cloudsdale, when their worries and doubts cast aside. Both of them learned something more about each other. Firefly knew she had to be gentler towards Fluttershy, while the yellow Pegasus assured her she would no longer hesitate to help her friends in the face of danger. There was one thing which Firefly had mentioned to her friends, something that was tormenting her for the last few years, an unfinished business from the past, a true reason for her return to Equestria.